Hey, it's Vanessa Rachels and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me for another bullet journal setup. This month is April and we are starting off with a quote page because I always start all my bullet journals with a quote page. This month's quote is "Choose to make every day great." And kind of the style and theme of this month, I'm going for like a grungy look. So it's kind of gonna be a little bit messy, and I mean grungy, because that's what I'm going with. That's what I wanted. Anyways, another side note, everything that I'm using will be in the description down below if you're curious, so check that out. Anyways, next page is just my title page. I just write April because it's April. And then on this page, I'm gonna put a little mini calendar at the bottom here because I don't do large calendars in my monthlies. I only do minis because my large calendars have already been pre-made when I set up my bullet journal at the beginning of the year. And I do that just because it's far more practical and efficient for me to have all the months made up at the beginning of the year than to create them every month. So this little calendar here is just really here just, I don't know. I don't really use it or look at it, but I do like to have it there just in case I do ever want to use it, I guess. And we're still going with kind of that grungy look because it's the theme. Next page. So this is my monthly to-do and my brain dump. I used to have them on separate pages like the last, how many months are we in? April's the 4th month, right? So for the last 3 months of this year, I've done separate pages for my brain dump and for my monthly to-do, and honestly it was just kind of a waste of space. I don't have that many tasks in a month that I put on my monthly to-do list for it to take up a whole entire page on its own. And then for my brain dump, like, I don't really need a full page for that either, so half a page each it is. And I just, this bullet journal setup, I kept it really simple compared to usual. I also wasn't feeling too creative to create anything too crazy. And for the last 3 months, I did do habit trackers in my monthlies, but stay tuned to the end of the video where I show you how I do my habit trackers now and the reason as to why I don't put them in my monthlies anymore. It'll all make sense if you just wait to the end of the video or just fast forward to that part if you're curious to see. But now we're just jumping into my weeklies. My bullet journal setups are quite simple because I don't really need too much in my actual monthlies. And yeah, I kept it super duper simple this month. I just really wanted to get my bullet journal done quickly, and I wasn't feeling too much color this month, so I think maybe because I had so much color in my March bullet journal that this month I just wasn't really feeling as much color. So we're going with the shades, just black and gray and white. And the rest of my weeklies kind of are just like different renditions and different plays on how to like lay out the weeklies. I tried to kind of use up less space as well and try to like use the available space to the just like so it was super functional, I guess, because I didn't want to just like leave extra space behind or anything. So, and I don't need too much space in my weeklies anyways, because when I work, I honestly don't have very many tasks in a day because most of the time I work 12-hour shifts, so I don't do anything before or after work on those days. I just go to work and that'll be like the only task I have written. So that's just sometimes how it is. So I don't really need too much space, so some of these weeklies are quite small, and we're gonna see how I like it. We're gonna see if it actually works out for me, and I might end up changing it next month. And if you stay tuned and you check it out next month, I will probably talk about how the smaller boxes worked out for me, because they're quite small, but I still feel like if I need to, I can squish in all my tasks that I want to write in for that day into the spot, so I don't think it should be too bad of a problem for me. And like, I know some people don't create all their weeklies at the very beginning. They might just create their weeklies like before each week starts, but man, I don't have time to go back and do my bullet journal that many times. I just want to get the month done when I do it all at the same time, so I create it all right at the beginning, and yeah, that works best for me, honestly. And then I did have space left at the bottom of this page, didn't really think it out too well, so a quote it is that's gonna fill up the space because I didn't want to leave it blank. So the quote here is, challenge yourself often. I always try to put some inspirational quotes in there. Maybe it'll motivate me more and I won't procrastinate things as much. So as you can see, I didn't do a habit tracker for this month like I have the last previous months. If you've watched my other videos, if you haven't, then now you know. I didn't do I used to do habit trackers, but for this month I just decided not to because I have all my monthly calendars made up at the beginning. So all of them are made up at the beginning, and I don't do those big calendars in my monthlies. And then I track my habits that I find important in the actual month. So as you can see, like my workouts and what body part I worked out or what activity I did. Here's my kind of key that I made. So it's like all the body parts that I worked out, because I like to track via body parts that I've worked out. And then there's some other things here like my cutoff day for work, for pay, the actual day I get paid, so I can track all my hours and everything, make sure they don't mess up, because you know we all want to get paid for the work we do. Anyways, and there's like stretching, and I have one that's for my work, birthdays, events, stats and holidays, because you bet I want to work on a stat because it's good pay. But yeah, so this is kind of where I track my habits and how I track my habits, and I think I'm gonna stick to this only and not do actual like habit trackers, because let's go to March. You can see that I kind of didn't even fill out my habit tracker at all, because I don't know, it's just repetitive writing it here and writing it in my actual calendar here, and I prefer just to have it in this one spot. This is where I like to see it because it's everything and it's nicely laid out, lots of space, and here, I don't know, I just don't use it. So that is kind of my rendition of my habit tracker and how I think I'm gonna continue doing my habit tracker from here on out. Instead of doing ones in my monthlies, it'll just be on my calendar that I created when I did my bullet journal setup at the beginning of the year. But that pretty much concludes my April bullet journal setup. We're just gonna do a quick flip through so you can have a last quick look at all of the spreads I created. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss a creation with Rach. And thank you so much for joining me.